Despite the sub-zero temperatures appearing as we head into the December-Christmas period, the Brakes cannot afford to take their foot off the gas as they look to extend their unbeaten spell to 5 games in all competitions. Following a frustrating 2-2 draw here against Guiseley on Saturday, Leamington emerged from the Phillips 66 tunnel seeking their 6th win of the league campaign against the Darlington side, who have proven to be a tough nut to crack in recent seasons. Darlington dumped the Brakes out of the FA Cup before going on a run of their own in the competition. A narrow defeat to Walsall in the first round replay proved to be their undoing, however. On what is a bitterly cold evening in Warwickshire, the Leamington side sees 2 changes as Jack Edwards returns to captain the 11, and Coventry City lone man Dexter Walters is preferred to Jordan Murphy on the flank this evening. Darlington lie just above the Brakes at the start of this rearranged fixture, and a win for Leamington would see them leapfrog the Quakers into 15th place. It's a tall order for Holleran's side, however, with his team unable to record a win in their last 5 attempts against the Quakers. And after experiencing travel delays on the way down to the Phillips 66, they've been caused to stay out very late in their warm-up. We'll see how that affects proceedings, so they'll be very desperate to get off on the front foot here this evening. Dexter Walters, both hands raised on the left-hand side. In it comes from Walters, it's deep, it's inviting, Lane connects, but not enough contact from the centre-back, and he knew what an opportunity that was to take a very early lead here against Darlington with his head in his hands. 15 minutes gone, Leamington 0, Darlington 0. Both sides seeing an equal share of the ball as Morley delivers into the penalty area. A flick from Watson just took it away from March. Here's English, who'll recycle with help from Joe Clark. Clark with a teasing ball into the penalty area. And out to Thompson, calls for hands inside the penalty area. The referee is unmoved. Mace needs to watch this all the way and does well to meet it with his head. Edwards could be fortuitous here. Looks to lob the goalkeeper and does so. And Jack Edwards, on his return from suspension, back captaining the side and back with the goal inside 15 minutes. It was a hopeful header forward from James Mace, a real power header there from the Leamington centre-back. It caught out everyone in the Darlington back line, but not Jack Edwards, who was first to react, saw Elliott off his line and made the most of the opportunity. Just cleverly heading over the advancing Darlington goalkeeper into the empty net. And it's Leamington 1, Darlington 0, first blood Leamington, as they look to make it 6 league wins for the season. Morley teasing ball, inviting ball, it's Edwards! But the flag is raised on this near side to deny Jack Edwards what would be a very quick brace in the space of 3 minutes. The flag was swiftly up on this right-hand side here. Very unlucky, Jack Edwards just couldn't hold his run enough. Good line from Darlington though. English can launch up towards Carline. Flicked inside, Edwards takes in his stride, can't quite fashion a cross, and it's into the feet of Thompson. Smacked away by Hatfield. Campbell can touch this down in front of the Leamington back line. Wheatley arrives in support. He's got Rivers outside of him. Rivers will pick up as Hadley makes his way past the right flanker. Rivers gliding inside now. Watson's made himself available from the left back position. Opened up for Watson to strike into the feet of Campbell. The flag is up on that far side. Campbell just in an offside position as he received the Jordan Watson effort on goal. Jake Weaver, who hasn't had an awful lot to do this half as we approach the half an hour mark. His latest addition to the game is by drop kicking the ball onto the head of Galbraith. Here's Clark. Struck the head of the referee, who really felt that one, did the referee. And Dean Watson might need to receive some treatment here, as he really felt the full force of that drive from Joe Clark. And a welcomed pause in play, I think, by both sets of players. The game has not let up in tempo at all for half an hour. English. Clark finds the Leamington right back. Clark in a spot of bother under pressure from Campbell. Squeezes the ball up the line, well dealt with by the Darlington defence. Clark will pick it up once again and knock it back in towards Jack Lane, who can retreat all the way to Jake Weaver under pressure from Campbell. And it was Jack Lane who sold his goalkeeper a bit short there, allowing Adam Campbell to put the goalkeeper under substantial pressure. Jake Weaver slicing out of play. English. Edwards heads inside. Carline into the feet of Josh March. Dexter Walters has peeled away here. Walters sets Carline. It might come here for Clark. Keeps the move alive. Maycock forced wide. Still going Maycock. It's a penalty area. It's Maycock. So close to his first Leamington goal. Denied by the palms of Chris Elliott at his near post. Dexter Walters, just under 56 minutes gone in this fixture. Walters with both arms raised, and it comes towards the front post. It's Carline controls in the penalty area. Mace gets the shot away on the turn. Has it found a way through? The linesman is flagging, and the linesman awards the goal to Leamington. And it's James Mace with the versatility in the penalty area. How has that found a way through from the Leamington centre-back? You don't see that very often. It was Carline who controlled it on the penalty spot. Found a way through to James Mace. Back to goal. It looked like nothing was on, but Mace managed to fashion opportunities, hooking the ball over his left shoulder. Chris Elliott was flapping at the air. Nothing he could do. Ricocheted off the crossbar. Everyone looked to the referee, and the referee looked to his linesman, who awarded the goal. And Leamington double their lead 11 minutes into the second half. Leamington 2, Darlington 0. And Leamington really in a position of dominance here early in the second half. Headley standing over this for Darlington. Can they conjure something up? Trailing by 2-0. Headed out by the first man, Callum Maycock. Edwards can flick on. Leamington can look to break now. It's played in towards Walters, who takes it on his chest. Walters just ran out of room. Had Josh March screaming on his right-hand side. Couldn't quite take the ball in this stride, however. Here's Clark, turns away and finds a way through towards Maycock. Maycock can drive over the halfway line now. Walters has made the run out wide. Dexter Walters now looking to stretch his legs and take on the right back. Walters inside. Walters with a drive. Ricochets off the crossbar. One attempt by Dexter Walters as Leamington look for a third. But what a thunderous drive that was from Dexter Walters. And the bar has only just stopped shaking. Still searching for his first goal in the Leamington shirt, Dexter Walters, but came awfully close to finding it there. Edwards with the ball through towards March. March for the first time catches Alex Story napping and latches onto it first. March in towards Walters. Can he get there ahead of the Darlington defence? Dexter Walters with a drive. Snuffed out by the Darlington back line. Met by the head of Headley. Here's Donowa. Wheatley. Headley now. Scoop ball through towards Campbell, well dealt with by Jack Lane. Thompson can take it on his chest and look for the 1-2 with Hatfield, and he's found it. Thompson drags his shot well wide. Rather rushed that did Stephen Thompson. Never really looked like hitting the target, the Darlington wide man. Dexter Walters then. In it comes, it's inviting, it's met with a header George Carline and cleared off the line by Darlington. Dexter Walters with a second attempt, hooked away by Hatfield, put back into the mix by Stephen Morley. And headed to safety by Wheatley under little pressure there, the Darlington centre defensive midfielder. English. It's up towards Edwards, who can flick it forward towards March. March dinks out wide to Carline. First time cross from him. Edwards was waiting, met by the instep of Ben Headley. It's Clark with a lofted ball towards English. Rivers is challenging the right back, and Rivers does well to come out on top and hook the ball clear, only as far as Clark, who can loft it up into the air and control towards Carline. Carline with a slick bit of skill to find a way past the Darlington man and feed Josh March. March looks to pull it back. Walters is waiting. But again, Darlington able to sweep the ball clear. Stephen Morley with a firm challenge. Dexter Walters putting the right back under some pressure, and the ball breaks for Edwards. First time cross. March is waiting, but March in an offside position really got under the effort. But Leamington are really cranking the screw here on Darlington, not giving the Quakers a moment's peace at the back. And some of those away players are just losing their heads at the moment. Can't afford to do that. Need to stay in the game, Darlington.
Over there? Oh, I just went absolutely on fire.
Josh March has been played through and looks to catch out Elliott just shy of that right hand post. But Leamington relentless in attack, really picking holes in that Darlington of defence now, and looking to pull away from the away side at the moment. March again making the run down the left hand side. Walters calls for hands, nothing given by the referee. Play will continue. Jack Lane battling with Thompson. It's come for Campbell, who can roll it back to Denower. Campbell under pressure from Edwards, loses out to Jack Edwards, rolls it in towards March. Time to turn and face Alex Story and drive down the left hand side. Fashions the ball across, and arriving is George Carline to make it 3 for Leamington. And the break's really running riot now with just under 15 minutes to go. Brilliant work from Josh March. Worked it well down the left hand side. Still had plenty of legs left in him. The ball was fashioned across. Carline still had so much to do to drive and meet it, but meet it he did, and absolutely no chance from point blank range for Chris Elliott. And it's Leamington 3, Darlington 0. The Breaks cruising to a 6th league win at the Phillips 66. Plenty of movement out there from the Leamington players, giving the Darlington backline something to think about. Morley sets himself before delivering. It's gone all the way through, and it's sliced away at the back post by Watson. Well worked back to Joe Clark by Junior English. Here's Carline. Joe Clark driving down the right hand side. Fattens across. It's ricocheted, which really took the pace out of the ball, but it's found a way back to Joe Clark. Maycock, still going Maycock, calls for hands just on the edge of the penalty area. Just on the edge of the penalty area. I think a lot of those Leamington fans behind that goal thought it was the right side of the line inside the 18-yard box, but it's struck Bascombe, a sliding Bascombe on the arm. He'll voice his complaints that he couldn't get out of the way, but nonetheless it will be a Leamington free kick in a very, very dangerous position. Plenty of bodies standing over this for Leamington, plenty of options. Morley, Clark's joined the crew now. March, Dexter Walters, Carline is lingering. It looks like it will be Stephen Morley to strike this. It is the left back, and it's inches wide via a deflection off the Darlington wall. It did its job. His Story. Headley forced all the way back to his goalkeeper. Good containment policy by Leamington. Story fired in towards Thompson. It's easily cut out by Maycock. And Leamington are looking for a fourth here. Dexter Walters down the left-hand side. Checks onto his right foot. Looks for that far corner. March, it was even Carline arriving. Trying to claim his brace. And it's been awarded as a goal kick. Carline's as bemused as the rest of us are. Bascombe this time rise the challenge and can offer to Thompson. Thompson through to Danawa. Danawa can take in his stride past James Mace. There's Campbell. The offside flag is up. And Darlington will feel more salt rubbed into their wounds. Morley able to win possession back and look for the through ball. And there's the referee's whistle. And he brings a close to this evening's proceedings, where it's an inspired performance from Leamington to record their 6th league win of the campaign and have broken their winless duck against the Quakers. Edwards opened the scoring in the first half, with Mace and Carline adding to the scoreline in the second half, where Leamington dominated proceedings from start to finish. Jake Weaver barely had a save to make. A very quiet evening for him as he earns a clean sheet out of Phillips 66. A really, really improved performance from the Breaks as they've come out here 3-0 victors over the Quakers. Leamington 3, Darlington 0.
So Paul, a very, very dominant performance out there. 3 points and a clean sheet. You must be happy about that.
Yeah, clean sheet definitely. It's been crying one of them in the league, at home here for a while. I'm well aware. Darlington have had a tough schedule of games. Well aware of that. They've done fantastic. We went to watch them at Bescott in the FA Cup. They were tremendous, and they're a good side. So for us to, the level of our performance tonight, all over the pitch, was as good as in this division against one of the better sides, better clubs, to probably dominate the ball, chances. It's a real good moment for us, I think, if I'm being honest. I felt that was probably might have gone the same way Saturday, sadly, but obviously circumstances. But tonight, I thought we were. I just think it's over the last few weeks the performance has just gone up a little notch by notch, and against a good football club and a good team, we've really done well tonight, and like you say, some massive individual performances.
Talk about big performances. One thing that's probably got to stand out for yourself is the back four kept the shots to a minimum. We believe that there was no shots on target from Darlington today.
Yeah, they got some good, but we got some great blocks, didn't we? I mean, Jack Lyne's come in and he's been fantastic, hasn't he? He's Mace, isn't he? And the two, Steph Morley's getting, touching on it Saturday, him and George are getting better with minutes, and now there's a little bit of confidence back now. I think listen, a month ago you could see we were starved of a bit of confidence. Really, we looked a bit tentative, and but we've sort of got back on it, and that happens in this division. We've got the group sort of back together again, and we're all working hard, and I think one or two players have benefited from game time, obviously. We've been able to mix the group up a little bit as well, so it's a really, really strong group at the moment. Look, when you look at performances like against guys like Saturday and again tonight against good clubs, we're really, it's not a case of just holding our own. We're actually, we're looking all right at the moment. So I'm really, really pleased. Yeah, really pleased.